Ruthie. Ruthie. And then her last name. Okay.
So now, for your children, you mentioned Bob, and then Cheryl.
And then Donna was born. She was, my husband, we attended Faith Tabernacle, the same church that I attend now. And Dr. Scott was the pastor, and we just attended. And then Dr. Scott asked my husband to be his assistant. And he also had another young man who was song leader and everything. But my husband got to preach on Wednesday nights, I think, and Thursdays. And that's when the church was on Northwest 2nd Street. And it's kind of close to downtown.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's in its present location now at I-40 in Portland, about 35 years, so.
Okay. And then after Donna?
Oh, Donna was born, and then 6 months, when she was 6 months old, we lived at Healton.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't go when he preached for them, like trying out where they do that. He went by himself, and we had 3 children when we went there.
So was Donna born in Oklahoma City then?
She was born in Oklahoma City, and David was born in Oklahoma City.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have any children born in Healton. We lived there 4 years, and my husband built church. The church was a very small, I think it was just 24 feet wide. And when we were there, we turned that around, had a moving company turn it around, and we used that for Sunday school rooms, divided it up, and built a new church.
Oh, okay.
And it was there for a long time, and now they have built a larger church. I think it's close to the highway, so they're in a really better location now.
What was the name of that church?
Healton.
The name of the church, though?
Healton Assembly of God.
Assembly of God. Okay. And what years did you live there? Just so what years did you live there? Was that 40? It was 40. No.
It was when Bobby was in the first.
Oh, okay. So this is in the 50s.
Well, before he started school, and then I remember the teacher said, that his mind wandered,
Uh-huh.
And so she suggested we go to the local pharmacy, and he gave us a bottle of kind of a tonic. It was a vitamin tonic,
Okay.
And we gave that to him, and it helped him.
Helped him focus a little more. So was when he was in the first grade. Were you there in 1956, 57? Do you remember the years you were in Healton? I'm trying to remember when he was born. What year was he born?
He was born in we got married in 47. He was born in 48, November. But he couldn't go to the first grade because he was born in November. He had to wait till the next year. So there was just 1 year difference, because Cheryl was born almost 2 years later.
Yeah.
But she was born in August.
Right.
She was born a month early. And so there was just 1 year difference in school.
I see. Okay, we'll figure it out. Do you remember by chance any of your addresses in Minot? Like the addresses on the street? You remember the street names? Do you remember the addresses?
I think one place we lived on 2nd Street.
Mm-hmm.
Another place we lived on 10th Street. And I cannot remember where we lived on South Hill. I can't remember that name. Really.
Okay. I was just going to check and see if they were still there, so.
I don't know if the houses are still there or not.
Well, it's fun to look, so. Okay, Julia, you got all the questions answered?
Yeah, what else is take a photo here?
Yeah, we can get that.
We'll get a picture. Yeah.
Not a problem.
All right. Thank you, Grandma.
And I've got a lot of pictures that you're. Oh, my parents were born in Minnesota, but their parents, my mother's parents came from Norway, and my dad's parents came from Sweden. And a couple of the older siblings, older brothers, sisters, I don't know how many, were born in the old country too, And the parents came over with their older children, and then they had other children born here.
Okay. Not a long time in the United States then. So,
So
you were the first.
So were your parents born in America then?
My parents were born in America,
So they were
in
first
Minnesota.
generation. They were first generation. So you're second generation American.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Except you were born in Canada.
Well, I was born there because, you know what? They moved up there, and they didn't have to go through immigration. They didn't have any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this book I've got, your mother got the immigration papers,
Mm-hmm.
and where they're signed their names, when they come to this country. My great-grandparents did. And she's got pictures. She made this one. This is the families of Clarence, that's my dad, and Philda Jorby. Jorby was her last name before she got married. And this is my family here. This is my dad and mother,
Mhm.
and me and my sister and my 3 brothers. And this is at my folks' 50th wedding anniversary. And then this is sometime in the 80s after they were decided. We had a family reunion. And it's 5 of us children and their spouses.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think there's a bigger picture here. This is a baptismal record. Now, this is for your mother's second great-grandmother. She was born March. Hey, I was born on her birthday, March 17th,
1810.
1810.
Just a few years before you were born.
Yeah. And the record, I think they had these records in church books. Oh, and my mother never did use her second name, but her dad's name was Martin.
Mm-hmm.
And her name on her birth is Philda M. Jorby. The M stood for her dad's name, Martin. They used to call him a girl that was born, she was called like Philda Martin's daughter.
Right.
That was her second name, Martin's daughter.
Okay. Kind of like a patronymic name,
Mm-hmm.
like Russia and Ukraine use.
Yeah.
Is that the way they do it in Russia?
Mm-hmm. They introduce themselves a lot of times as their first name, and then a modified version of their father's name as their. They don't have middle names, but they'll use that almost as their last name in
Yeah.
that same sense. So I'm so and so's daughter, and anyway, yeah, patronymic name.
This is my some of my mother's relatives
I see.
and immigration records from 1869. My great grandmother Eileen Hant's daughter Langston. See, her second name, her dad's name was Hant, so her second name was Hant's daughter, Datter. And that was my mother's mother. And they had a picture of her.
So is that how they did it? That's from Norway then?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.